Hey everybody, this is TJ with Robinhood Coins, and today we're doing a 4-box quarter hunt. For today's hunt, we're going to be looking for silver, West points, proofs, errors, varieties, anything to add to our collection, and hopefully we have something really good for the Robinhood Coins giveaway for this video. As always, we give away something that we find from every hunt, and to enter, all you have to do is comment on the video. Then, every Saturday, we post a winners video where we pick the winners from the previous week's hunts. Well, today I'm going to have my little brother helping, my wife should be helping, and maybe even the little helpers will help as well. So with that, let's get into these rolls. We are all done with our first box, and unfortunately we didn't have any silver or West points, but we did get our first American Samoa 2020 coins. Both Denver, but still the first ones we got, so that is cool. And now it's time for box number 2. We are working on roll 25 of the second box, and we have our first find. It is a San Francisco mint and Ozark Riverways. It's one of the NIFC San Franciscos. It's not a proof. It doesn't have it's just a regular business strike, and it doesn't have the cameo or the frosting. And we've gotten some of these before. Actually, we have a whole roll of them that we found. But still pretty cool. Pretty low mintage on these usually. Most of them are under 2 million, so that's cool. And then so far in this box, we've been finding several of the 2020, the back quarters. From Denver, we have 5, but I was actually surprised that 2 Philadelphias made their way over here. We normally get Denver, and so we have 2 of those so far, which is cool because we don't get those very often. So it's nice to get them early and in pretty good condition. I was really excited when I came across this coin. This is a South Carolina state quarter minted in Philadelphia. And when I looked at it, it looked like it had the extra branch variety, because the extra branch is right around here. And so to the naked eye, it looked like something was there, like extra metal. But unfortunately, as you can see, we get it underneath the scope, and you can tell it is just a well-placed scratch right here that is not the die crack that causes the extra metal, which appears to be like an extra branch. But I wanted to show it because this is really close to the area where that extra branch is supposed to be. I've been looking for it for a while. Well, we are all done with box number 2. And we ended up with that NIFC San Francisco mint. We have 3 2020 Philadelphias, and then we have a bunch of the Denver 2020s as well. Now we're going to crack into box number 3, and hopefully we can get some silver, some West points, or proofs, something good. All right, we are working on the first roll of box number 3, and this just has a little silvery look to it. So I figured I would go ahead and just open it up real quick on camera just to see. Nope, it's copper. We are working on roll number 3 of box number 3, and my brother has another find.
Got you an S proof, Florida.
That is awesome. And we found a Florida proof last week too.
You always tell me I never find anything.
That is great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here is that Florida proof that my brother found just now. It doesn't look as good as the one that we found last week. I think it has a little bit more scratches. I think it was my brother that found the last one too. But still, very cool. Love finding some proofs. Roll number 41 of box number 3, and we have a West Point. Oh, this is great. Let's see what it is. All right, let's see what this is. And it is a War in the Pacific. That is great. Man, the West Points have been hard to come by lately. Only 1 last hunt out of 4 boxes, and only 1 so far on roll 41 of box 3. But we still have a whole nother box to go, so let's keep going. We're working on roll 46 of box number 3, and my brother has another find.
Ask and you shall receive, bro. Got another S.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh,
And
what is up with that?
Is a Delaware, but it's kind of nasty looking.
That does have some gunk all over it. Good job, though. That is great.
Thanks, bro.
We are all done with box number 3, but that was a pretty good box. My brother found 2 proofs. He had the Florida proof and the Delaware proof. And the Delaware proof looked pretty good on the obverse, but that reverse had that gunk right there, and that just killed it. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty good coin. But I don't think I have a Delaware proof, so that is still really cool. And we got a W. War in the Pacific, West Point, very cool there. We have more of the variety years to look through, so that's nice. And the best part is we still have another box. So let's crack into box number 4. I am working on roll number 11 of box number 4. And I have our first foreign of the hunt. It looks like a Mexican peso. Let's check it out. I was reading the front and it says 50 centavos. And so that's what made me think that it was a peso. And looking at it, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. So yes, it is a peso. And it's 25 cents. And it looks like 1969 is the year. That is awesome. I wish it was in better condition. It's pretty corroded. It's got a lot of gunk. But you know what? I'll take it. That is great. Well, we are all done with the rolls, and so now it's time for the second hunt. We are going to go through the 1976 Denvers for the DDO, and we're going to go through all the states that we set aside, looking for various different varieties there. So I was going through the 1999 Delaware state quarters minted in Philadelphia, and I found this. I was looking for the spitting horse, but what I found was a extreme machine doubling right here. And it even has some machine doubling on the right hand side of the A right there. That one also has some damage though that kind of hides it a little bit. But the machine doubling on this O is really extreme, especially right there. And if you take a look at the thickness of that part of the O, and then you compare it with this other one that doesn't have that, you can see that is much thinner than the first one that I showed, which is right there. And that part right there, the line, and then where the line is right here, this left portion is the same size as the other O, and all of this over right here on the outside is extra. But it's only one letter, and it's not like a D or an N, so you can't see any notching, which is also in double dies. And so it's probably just machine doubling, but pretty extreme, so I figured I'd share. So I was going through the Minnesota State Quarters minted in Philadelphia, looking for the extra tree right here. There's also some doubling in the rocks and an extra tree real close to the tree. There's several different varieties to look for in this general vicinity. This one doesn't have any of them. It's a pretty clean, regular, normal strike and in good condition. So there's that one. And then if you move over to this one right here, what we found was almost like an extra rock right here. You can see the raised metal coming off of that rock right there. And it's not very prominent. It's not as tall because it doesn't have as dark of a shadow as this rock or say that rock right there. But definitely a raised element right there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then the next thing we found was this one right here, which has a little bit of either machine doubling or double die. But you can see on the tree, and I've checked several of them, none of them, several regular ones, and none of them look like that right there on the right-hand side of that tree. But looking at the Strike It Rich with Pocket Change book and other resources, I haven't found any varieties like that. So, I don't know, it might just be regular machine doubling, but still interesting and Still looking for that extra tree. We are all done looking for errors and varieties, and so it's time for the overall wrap up. We ended up with a total of 18 2020 Denver minted American Samoa quarters, and we had 3 minted in Philadelphia. We had 1 San Francisco NIFC right here. It is the Ozark Riverways. We have gotten that one before, but still really cool to get a NIFC San Francisco quarter. And then we had this Florida proof right here that my brother found. That was pretty cool. And then we had a West Point, which is a war in the Pacific. These are getting harder and harder to come by. The last couple hunts of 4 boxes have only produced 1 of these, or maybe 2. So they are getting harder to come by. And then we had this Delaware state quarter, San Francisco proof, where the obverse is in really nice shape, but the reverse is not so much. It's got that gunk right there. Too bad for that gunk, otherwise it would have been pretty nice. We had a coin from Mexico, Estados Unidos Mexicanos, right here on the reverse. I believe that's the reverse. And on the obverse, it says 50 centavos, and it's a 1969. Pretty dirty, but still very cool. I looked it up, and it's copper clad. It's not silver, but still, it was a nice find. And then finally, I did set aside 5 really nice state quarters. Just really nice condition here. And I'll just check to see if these upgrade our collections. As you can see, they're pretty nice. Well, unfortunately, we did not find silver on this hunt, but I wanted to have silver as part of the Robinhood Coins giveaway. So I went to our 2019 silver jar and I grabbed a silver that we found in boxes on a hunt from 2019. So the Robinhood Coins giveaway for this video is going to be a choice. Either this West Point War in the Pacific that we found on this hunt, or this 1962 silver Washington quarter from Denver that we found on a hunt last year. So as always, to enter the giveaway, just comment on this video and we'll use a random comment picker on one of our Saturday winners videos to pick the winner. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed the hunt. It was a lot of fun. If you enjoy our content, please hit subscribe and make sure to ring the notification bell so you don't miss any giveaways or videos. And we will see you on the next hunt.